Hi, I'm Sophie and welcome to my world. And today is very exciting because I have Mr. Connor with me. And this may be one of the last ones for a while because you're heading off to college very soon. So we might have to have a little party. And if we have a little party, maybe we'll do personalized votive candles.
What are votive candles?
Well, these in front of us here, these are votive candles. And we're going to personalize them.
Oh.
Yeah, and
That's
we're going to
cool.
do this in a really, really cool way. I learned this from a website called cometogetherkids.com, and I did a You Made It, I Love It for my blog, and I was just like blown away by this idea, and it's really, really cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your own artwork on a candle. Sounds like fun, huh?
That does sound like fun.
For this project, you're going to need votive candles, wax paper, an ink pad, ink stampers, pens or markers, white tissue paper, scissors, a ruler, a cutting mat, hair dryer, and X-Acto knife. So the important part about this, Connor, is the hair dryer, believe it or not. Without the hair dryer, it's just a piece of paper wrapped around a votive candle. Now the fun thing about this though is that once you start to get the hang of it and the technique down, you can make these big, small, medium size, you can make whatever size you want. So the first thing we're going to do,
This big?
yeah, you can make the big ones. I mean, as long as you have tissue paper that's big enough, and you have the patience with the hair dryer, because it does get a little tedious to do a big one. So the thing about it is, we're just going to need little strips of paper from tissue paper here, the white tissue paper, that will wrap around our votive. So we just want to make sure that it wraps around. Doesn't go over, because this is the artwork that's going to get attached to the candle, okay? So basically, I just took my paper and trimmed it to the side, and I made it really long, trimmed it to that size. And then what I did is just held it and wrapped it until it reached its end again.
So you didn't use math?
No, I didn't use math because you know what? I'm really not very good at math, I hate to say. But we don't need this anymore, so we'll put that over there. Now, you can stamp this if you would like. Do you want to do stamping? Or would you like to just create your own art?
How about you make your own and I'll use stamps?
Okay, cool.
Or if you want to use the stamp.
No, it's all good. So let's just clear this away for you. What you want to do is take your stamper and ink it up. And you don't have to go too crazy because this is tissue paper. The nice thing about the tissue paper is that, yeah, you can use whatever you want there. The nice thing about the tissue paper is that it really shows the stamping really, really well. So yeah, go ahead and give it some stamp in there. Yeah,
Oh, wow,
beautiful.
that showed up really well.
I know, see, it shows up really, really well. Now, I'm going to use just markers, and the thing about it is that once you've stamped it, if you want to, you can color in, or you can just, you can just stick with the pretty stamp quality. And I love using the markers as well because they get really colorful and you can make any design. Now the one thing about the tissue paper though, I will give you a heads up about the tissue paper. Because it's tissue paper, it is very thin, of course, hence the name tissue paper. And the problem is that it will rip, or if you add too much of the penning to it, if you like really, really press really hard, it'll tear. So just be careful with your coloring, putting on your different stamps and stuff. That's looking good.
I drew it myself. No, I just used stamps.
Well, should we do the stamping one, or do you want to do one of my colored ones for?
Let's do your color ones because
Okay.
I'm really curious to see
Good.
how that turns out.
Okay.
But I want to put one
And
more
you want to
stamp.
keep going in. Okay, we'll do yours after mine then. So now, what we need next, Connor, is we're going to need some wax. Whoop! Oh, that's okay. It's all good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. And actually, if you want to come back and color that, you can.
Oh, it bleeds through the tissue paper.
Just
when
a little bit,
Yeah. Okay. So best if you have paper under it.
Yeah, that's true, but that's okay because we have a work surface underneath here. So we've got a piece of wax paper, and what we're going to do is we just take the pretty paper, wrap it around so that it goes from one side to the next, and it's okay that it overlaps a little bit. Then we're going to take this piece of wax paper, and we are going to wrap it around. Now my cameraman, Lewis, is going to kill me for this one, but we're going to use the hairdryer. You want to be in charge of the hairdryer?
Sure.
Okay. So what we're going to do with the hairdryer is I'm going to hold, and you are going to aim the hairdryer right at the candle. So
On
let's
high?
Yeah, let's turn it to high, and let's also make sure
Oh, shoot.
and make sure it's hot. Wait, let's make sure your stamp doesn't go away. Okay, and go ahead, turn it on. Turn it off. So what's happening, just so everybody knows, because you're probably not going to be able to hear us when the hairdryer is going, what's happening is this is going to heat up the wax that is underneath the paper, and it's literally going to absorb the paper into it. Now we're just going to hold on here, and we are going to go to town. You ready, Mr. Connor? It takes about a minute, so go for it.
I'm ready.
And when you open it up, there you have it. Your own personalized
That's so
votive candle.
cool.
That's cool, right?
That is super cool.
So one little warning, just one. It does get warm when you're holding this. I mean, because that's pretty, powerful, and it's putting out some significant heat. So that's why we use the wax paper, so you can hold on to it. But if you have like an oven mitt or something like that, that's a good thing to put on your hand, just so that you don't end up toasting those fingers. For more fun ideas from other websites that we've gleaned, come and check us out at Sophie-World.com. You can take these to college with you.
Freeze. No.
No, heat.
Heat.